Previously on the Otherplace.
And you head into the main hall.
Should we, maybe set up by the bloodstain kind of closer to the front door here? Maybe, it would help him remember things.
I already have my sword out.
Marda, you have excellent instincts. I think that's a great idea, and I really don't think we should venture too far into the house this time. That was where everything went wrong the other day.
I think Peck is a few steps ahead of Marda and Chauncey, and you hear the rasp of steel as the sword is pulled out of its scabbard.
Peck, we're just here to talk to him.
I'm gonna let him talk.
Let's put a circle around the stain, which I believe is the source of this haunting, and let's make another circle for us to be in.
Okay. I mean, I would hate for him to feel trapped, because we're just here to talk to him. We're just here to talk to you, Mr. Belmin!
Yeah. I adjust my grip on the sword. Yes, we're just here to talk.
I don't know what I'm doing.
So the early afternoon sunlight filters through a window on the eastern side of the building. Under the window, there's a stuffed beast head.
A roast beast?
A creature you've never seen before.
Does it have horns?
It does. It has, antlers.
Oh.
And the paintings of what you, I believe now know, is Belmin. The multiple paintings hanging on the wall. The wallpaper and wood are peeling on the walls. The floor is water damaged after years of not being occupied, and that large dark stain sits in the center of the room. And you put your chains around the stain and you set up a circle a little closer to the door.
Mr. Belmin, I'm in the salt circle.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Belmin, we want to talk to you about your murder and stuff. We want to find your killer. Can you come talk to us, please?
As the sun starts to set.
Oh, it's early afternoon.
I mean, ghosts can come out whenever.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, do you want to
time out. What are the rules of my amulet?
When dead or near, it glows.
Right, so I want...
that's all it is.
Right, so I wanted to say just now that my amulet started glowing, but, I don't know if I'm allowed to do that. Is that your call?
That's my call.
So you'll say when my amulet starts glowing.
Yeah.
Okay.
You should be able to cup it and look even though it's early afternoon.
I have it here, and I feel like it will glow through the because it's just behind... It's between the tight layer, the fitted layer of my...
It's gonna Iron Man.
And I think it's, exactly. It's going to glow through because it's
Mm-hmm.
not super thick, the second layer, the flowy layer. So it'll glow through. Okay, so that's what I wanted to know.
Do you want to spend 2 strain to roll your sense check?
Yes.
So sense is going to use one of your magic skills.
My lore is my... Oh, that's knowledge. Oh, primal cunning.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 strain. Helpful.
So it goes up from 0.
Yeah. And cunning is 3, and I have 1 rank in primal.
So 2 greens, 1 yellow. And to what extent are you sensing? Are you trying to communicate? Are you just trying to see if someone's there?
Well, if someone's there, my amulet should be glowing.
Maybe.
That shouldn't be something that I have to roll on.
Your senses may reach out further than your amulet.
Yeah, that makes sense. So, and I will need... if I'm in the circle, will it be dampened?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I want to be outside of the circle, the salt circle, and I want to sense for his presence and his mood. Presence and intention, if there is a presence.
So,
can I do that?
Mr. Belmin!
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, emotion, that's probably your mood.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, should I sense his emotion or his intent? So am I rolling to tap into his mind and sense his emotions, or do I want to tap into his mind and sense its thoughts?
I think thoughts would be good.
More helpful.
Because emotion, especially, he's probably pissed.
And maybe he's angry, but we don't know if he's angry at us.
Exactly.
So that might not be as helpful. Question, do we remember what he was saying before? Wasn't there a phrase that we heard that was being repeated over and over again? When we were here before?
You heard a single echo, and it was, as far as you can tell, get out.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
So we heard last time. I was going to say, what was the conversation? Because I think I have this.
Right. Okay, so I want to sense his intent.
His intent and thoughts.
Intent is for thoughts,
Yeah.
yep.
So it's going to be daunting. It's 4 purples.
I would like to...
Flip that bad boy if you want.
I'm gonna. If there's nothing else. Yeah.
Conversation was, you did this. No, I didn't. Loud sound of footsteps moving from steps to middle foyer, stabby sound.
Ooh. Belmin and his killer. Okay, I'm gonna flip a story point.
Which I think was him.
For...
Who's who?
Belmin himself.
To swap out one green for another yellow?
Yeah. Roll it.
No help. Okay.
You did it. With a lot of threat.
But he can be mad and threatening, just not at us.
So a success and 3 threats. You are trying to sense whether there are any dead nearby, and to sense their thoughts.
I step out of the salt circle, and I get close to the boundary of the second circle around the bloodstain, and I close my eyes, and I calm my thoughts, and breathe deeply, and listen.
Marda and Peck see Chauncey step out of the circle and into a pool of light filtering through the eastern window. Little motes of dust float in the air around her, and she closes her eyes. Chauncey feels the cold that she associates with death. And you... How many ghost hunts has Chauncey done?
You're like
7.
19, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
I'm 17.
7.
17?
Yeah.
Am I 16?
You're
You're
both
also
17.
Yeah, we're the same age?
Yeah, I'm 17.
Yeah.
Right, but you're 17 and...
Cat years.
Cat years.
Yeah.
I have been on, say, 50?
50.
Well, yeah, 'cause
So many.
I
That's
know,
a
but if you
lot.
think about it,
One a week. For
well, yeah.
one a month. One every couple weeks.
Well, I would think a couple a week, because they're not always big ones. Like, sometimes it's something really small and easy.
It's like Ghost Hunters, you know, when they
Yeah.
have their TV show.
Well, what if it's like a rat ghost?
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Is that too many?
That's a lot.
I was trying to be reasonable
Because
about it.
Pretty young.
Well, sure, but if I
And
started
also,
ghost hunting when I was 10,
You've never revealed your backstory to me.
you don't need to know.
I do need to.
Yeah, I know. That's actually a conversation we need to have.
Okay. Okay. We can
I'm
do-
saying I've started ghost hunting at 10,
Okay.
so I have 7 years of experience,
Mhm.
and if each year, I mean, if I did 10 a year even,
Yeah.
that's still 7 years, so I feel like that's not that many.
Okay.
Is that reasonable?
That works.
Okay.
So
I don't want to be unreasonable, so if it's unreasonable, I can make it a lower number.
that works.
Okay.
At this point, Chauncey, having been on as many ghost hunts as she has been, can feel that this place is a thin spot between life and death. You're getting that little edge of cold on the edge of your senses. Just, it's out there, but it's not in this room. And you feel that there is a source nearby. There is no ghost in here right now because it is 2 in the afternoon, but the source is not in this room. So you don't pick up any thoughts and intentions just because they're not active right now.
I shake the chill from my bones and open my eyes.
Marda, you see a little frost crack on Chauncey's boots.
Whoa.
I shake the chill from my bones and open my eyes and take a deep breath. Well, he's not here right now, but we're definitely in the wrong spot.
Do you think maybe it was the room we were in?
I don't know, but the boundary between life and death is, I don't know how to say it, it's thinner here, as though somebody's tampered with planes of reality or something. The boundary has been worn thin here, and I can sense that something more important than even his murder occurred in some other part of the house, and that's where we're more likely to meet Belmin's ghost.
Do you think it's Belmin?
Well, we don't have any information to say that anyone else died in this house, so I just can't imagine who else it would be.
I don't know, if the veil between life and death is really thin, maybe he brought somebody else here.
Is it too risky to search the house to try and find the true source?
Maybe it's best if we go back where we saw him before. And I mean, that place had a lot of interesting material. It might have information on, like, what he was into or, like, who else was into it.
I think you're right, Marta. I think we have to go back to that room.
So we crab walk to the next room.
Why are
my
we
sword?
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna be scooping the salt up, like brushing and scooping all the salt I can up into the bag.
I feel like Marda would have a
We need,
little,
like,
a
a
little
little
travel
dustpan.
brush. I feel like Marda would have a little travel brush
little
and a little
brush.
Yeah, I feel like you would. I don't know why, but I just
It's
do.
a tool of the trade.
Yeah,
That's canon.
A little dustpan.
please allow it.
Sure.
Okay.
So the three of you head back into the room that you know is the library. And it looks in a state that you left it last night. The door to the case is open. There's the chair in the center of the room. Other than that, nothing's changed.
Is the chair, like, randomly in the center of the room, or is it, like, set up as a reading
As a
nook?
reading.
Okay. I was like, maybe we should investigate the chair.
Yeah,
I don't
that
know.
would be weird.
Wait,
Peck
that's
may
not
have-
the one that...
Yeah.
No, because I was in the room to the side of that when I was waiting for them.
No, you were in the
Creepily.
library.
I was in the library?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe that's the chair I was...
Wait, but then okay,
Library, study.
we were in here though.
Yeah.
So the library is
Yeah.
where, and so then we went into that room.
This is one room.
Oh, it looks
Those are
like it's
bookshelves.
different. Oh.
I thought the place where I found the weird books is not the library, but like a room adjacent to it.
No,
I
it is
thought
the
it
library.
was too.
The room adjacent is study, and it was filled with boxes and crates and things.
Boxing.
It was
Oh, so
it
the
was being
library
used
is
for
where we
storage,
got where she got the little statue
Yeah.
and the... Okay.
and where the ghost was.
Okay, so that chair was where I had sat down to wait for you guys.
Yeah,
Okay, so
you may have turned it. It may be not facing the intended reading nook.
Oh yeah, no,
It's for
it's...
dramatic effect.
It was for dramatic
Oh,
effect.
that's right.
It was facing... So it's now facing you coming into the library.
Yeah. So you see the little statues and tons of books. Many of them custom bound to match each other.
Well, knowing more
It's a little pretentious.
about this, what happened, I am tempted to... No, I'm going to be taking a few more of those.
A few more of the
Just to see-
books.
Well, and see if there's maybe any letters written, any correspondence saved.
You don't see anything like that in this room.
I would
Nothing
like
in
to.
the desks.
It's just little reading tables, no writing desks or anything.
I'm gonna scan over all of that for anything on the other place or anything mythology based. I'm also... Chauncey? Do you, like, feel anything here?
I pause and do a perception check because I already know the source is in here, so I don't think I should have to do another magic check.
How do you know the sources in here?
Yeah,
Because
are you
I-
sure?
You said that when I sensed it.
That's just
Did not
what
say that. I
where the
said it was
ghost
not in
happened
the
to
room that you
attack
were-
us the last
Yeah,
time.
it wasn't in the room that you were in.
I feel like we're going to be made to go upstairs at some point.
So if I did a perception check, it wouldn't rule this room out.
You would see lots of books. You would see some statues.
So you're basically saying don't do a
I'm
perception
just telling
check.
you what you're seeing. Yeah, there are no other books on the other place. Lots of books on mythology from the north and the west. Some mythology of the stone folk in the mountains. A book on something called Wilders, which is weird and something you've never seen before.
On
I'm
what?
gonna pick that up.
Wilders?
Wilders?
Yeah.
Is that the thing that's head is on the wall?
No.
I'm picking that up.
Okay. It's all just dense text about people from the north.
And the north is where they got a bunch of their stuff.
He got
The
stuff from
artifacts.
all over the place.
Okay. Didn't Reynard mention something about something that came from the north?
I think he said the north and the mountains.
The statue came from
Yeah.
the north.
Okay.
Hey, Mr. Belmin, I hope it's cool. I'm gonna borrow this book, okay?
He's so polite to the
You
ghost.
don't hear a response.
I put it in my bag.
No one tells you now.
Yeah.
No ghostly voice says, don't do that.
And there's an iron staircase in the corner. Spiral.
I'm gonna go over to that.
Mhm.
Where's that go?
Up.
I'm gonna go up.
Ghosts can't touch iron, right? Or something?
No.
Is that a thing?
Mm-hmm.
So that should be fine. We should be safe on the staircase.
So, well, Marda heads up the staircase, and up at the top, you peek your head over, and up more books. It's all books. And if Peck, who was looking at the just looking around, looking for stuff, looks up, you would see that there's a place where the ceiling isn't there. Like, there's a room that sort of loops over.
Okay.
It's more library.
Okay.
So this is like not so much it's like when you go into a library and there's like additional shelving at the top, but it's not really like a proper floor.
Like a loft.
It is like a proper floor, but
Okay.
there's a balcony that looks down into the...
But
Okay.
it's closed, basically. It doesn't connect to the actual upper level.
It does connect to the actual
Okay.
level.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So there's a door
Yeah, so you see
to the second
a
floor.
lot more books.
So I see a different room, and I'm still looking around for correspondence.
And you see a door in a similar spot to the door out into that big vestibule area down
Okay.
below.
What are these books about? Are they any different?
It's all the same stuff.
Okay. Anything else interesting?
Nope, not really.
Okay.
I'm gonna be like, hey guys, there's a door up here. I'm gonna just open it real quick, okay?
I follow close behind because I want to take a look into that side room.
Okay.
I'm still downstairs, and I glance out the window, and I see that there's still quite a bit of daylight.
Yep.
So I call up to them and say, okay, but just be careful. I'm going to come upstairs and join you, but I'm going to go up the main staircase.
Okay, we'll meet around then.
So I go back into the foyer,
Mhm.
and I'm going to go up the large... Isn't it the two?
Yep.
Okay. I choose the left-hand side.
Okay.
Timeout.
We're on the right hand side, right?
No, we're
They're all on the left.
We're on the
Everyone-
left.
Right, that's the closest
I'm going
one
to choose
us.
the right-hand side because that's where I heard the running.
Yeah.
Right? It
Yeah.
was on the right-hand side, right? Okay.
Are you sure you want to do that by yourself?
Well, the sun's still shining. Still several hours of daylight. So
For
I
the
feel-
ignorant,
I feel
what does that
okay about
mean?
it.
Do the ghosts only come out at night?
That's when they're strongest. So
Okay.
as the sun sets, they get more active and more able to kind of come from the other side.
Spirits are strongest at night.
Okay.
They generally don't come out during the day.
So I'm going to go over and look at the door.
Mhm.
How do I check for traps?
You would do a perception check.
Okay. I should probably be better at this.
No, let's do a vigilance check. No,
I'm
no,
worse at
perception.
that.
It's perception.
Okay.
Vigilance is if you're not really thinking about it.
No, I'm definitely thinking about it. Checking out the door here.
Average.
Which is
2 purples.
rolling a green and a yellow. 2 threats, 2 failures, 1 success, so that's 1 failure, 2 advantages, so I'm left with 1 failure.
There are no traps.
Okay, great. So I'm just gonna try to open that.
Okay, it opens.
Okay.
And it opens onto a large hallway. And as you enter that large hallway, you see Chauncey coming up the stairs.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Chauncey wanted to come up the stairs while doing a perception check.
Right, I see you coming up the stairs. That doesn't
Okay.
mean you don't do a
She
perception
perceives
check right
you.
now.
Roll a perception check.
Thank you.
What are you looking for?
Any information, obvs.
Okay.
Because we already know what's happened in this house to a certain extent. We know what's happened in this house.
Yeah.
So I feel like I should be able to perceive things about that.
I just totally realized that I forgot to use my blue dice this entire session.
Our blue dice.
What about the blue dice?
I forgot about them.
You just forgot about
Completely
trying
forgot.
to get them?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I haven't given you any black dice. so-
3 perception,
Yeah.
3 cunning.
Okay. So you're rolling 3 yellows. I don't really know what you're looking for.
Anything. Anything you can tell me.
You
That's-
have already explored this room extensively.
I haven't gone up the stairs yet. And I
Okay.
want to, hold the banister as I go up, see if I can
you're
sense
using
anything.
sense, you have to use sense and take your 2 strain.
I'm not doing that. I'm doing perception. And there is a thing called a cat's natural intuition. We have very heightened senses anyway.
Roll an average perception check. 2 purples. I'm going to upgrade one of them if you flip a black story point. So it's a red and a purple.
Alright. So those cancel. I have 1 success.
Okay. You walk up the stairs, and as you walk up, you're getting a closer look at those paintings. They show Belmin. All 4 of them look very, very similar. Belmin was a middle-aged man, probably in his 50s. He had sort of wild dark gray hair. Like it was, he was probably on his way to having a full silver mane. He has wild eyes.
You said these paintings are all very similar?
Yeah.
But
There are
clearly
4 of
painted
them.
in different time periods? But, like, he looks
No.
the same, but...
They were painted. It looks like they were painted at the same time.
Weird.
Yeah, weird, real weird. You notice that the one of the ones coming up the stairs looks like it has some weather damage, and the rest don't.
How would it have weather damage if it was an enclosed hall like this?
What was
There are
causing?
no-
Wasn't there something about dripping?
That was blood.
Oh,
that was blood dripping.
Okay.
That was just creepiness. That was just Mark being a little disturbing. Because there are no windows in the hall, right? Like, not the hall, but along the wall of the banister?
No, there was a window, like, further up, but, yeah.
What
It's
kind of weather
intact.
damage? Is
Can
it
I-
like dusty?
Like it probably got water damage at some point.
Water.
Can I take it off the wall to see if it didn't always hang there? Would there be...
I don't know that you would
Was
be
it
able
just-
to tell that.
Okay. Strange. Alright, so I make it to the top of the stairs.
Mhm. And you see Marda and Peck peek out the door. I would think it would be to your right if you're coming around the top of the stairs.
So, except that I'm coming around this way and they've come up this way.
Yeah.
So I would go to the left.
I guess it would probably be like straight in front of you.
Okay, as I come up.
Yeah.
Cool.
So on this landing up here, there are a number of doors. You see a window above where that main door is.
I reach the top of the stairs and I see Marda and Peck poke their heads around the corner of where I can only assume is the upper level of the library that we were just in. Oh, hello. I didn't even realize I'd been holding my breath, but I breathed a deep sigh of relief to see them. I walked down the hall to meet up with them.
So in this hall, on this top floor, there are 7 sets of doors. 3 on one side, 3 on the other side, and 1 right behind the staircase.
Hey, I say as I open the nearest one to me and stick my head in.
It is a bedroom.
I'm gonna push that door open and go in.
So there's a bed, there is a dresser. It looks like some stuff has been moved in, boxes, not unpacked or anything.
I'm gonna kind of rifle through that.
It looks like a fancy person's stuff.
Oh, this is fancy.
Like nice pieces of furniture, a mirror, which you don't see every day.
Whoa, I kind of like brush my hair and try to smooth it back and into the braid and make it look a little more kempt, and then I walk out and I go to the next door.
Am I following you?
You're coming the other way. I'm just like, hey, barging through doors.
Oh, okay.
Right across, there's a bedroom. It's bigger, but pretty much the same bed, dresser, maybe exactly the same bed. It's weird.
So like exactly the same room with a mirror and stuff too?
Yeah, and on the back left, the difference here is that there's another door. It's sort of in the corner on a rounded wall.
Hey guys, there's like another door through here. I'm gonna go open it.
And it's a bathroom.
Whoa.
Indoor plumbing.
Yeah.
Indoor plumbing. It's
Man,
gonna
these guys
be
are
big.
rich.
I'm quoting Hercules, by the way.
This is like really fancy. Is there like an outhouse in here?
It's an inside out house. An in-house. Great.
It's a super fancy chamber pot.
Yeah, there's a super fancy chamber pot. There's a little pulley system that goes somewhere
I pull it.
down below. It comes up.
Is there anything on?
No.
I wonder if this is where you put your chamber pot.
There's a tub.
The pulley system's a tub?
No, there's a tub in this room.
Oh, no, I'm
Yeah.
fascinated with the pulley
Yeah.
system. Is that where the chamber pot goes?
Maybe.
Ew.
I don't know.
I'm gonna turn around and walk out.
Okay.
And go back in the hallway.
Mhm.
And I left the other door open.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna look from one to the other. One to the other. That's weird.
I walk up and by this time I've walked down the hall and I'm where Marda is and I see her head just on a swivel going back and forth and back and forth. Marda, what on earth are you doing?
I mean, like, look at these bedrooms. They, like, look all the same and stuff. I assume the door's open in.
Mhm.
Okay.
One's smaller than the other, but other than that, they're pretty
They,
similar.
So I start
It's
doing
just
the
really
same
weird.
exercise as Marda and I
Mhm.
look from my left to my right to my left to my right.
And Peck walks up and sees you both doing this strange exercise, looking back and forth between the two.
Well, I look around too.
Okay. I'm gonna shrug and walk off while they're both doing that and go to the next room. Is it on my right?
So there's, if you're walking down the hall, straight ahead
From the
of you
library.
is a circle of open space where you can see, if you look down below, a large blood stain. To the left of that, there is one room up at the top of the staircase. And then straight ahead, it's the same layout of where you just came from.
So I opened this bedroom to the right. Like, library came out, there's bedroom to the right, there's bedroom to the left.
Yep.
Then there was the bathroom in the bedroom to the left. In front of me was the circle, which is where the spiral staircase is from downstairs came up.
No, so that's the two, like, the wings that come up to
The
that
grand
landing.
staircase.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
I always think about it being open. I didn't think that was closed. So, but it makes the shape of a circle and it's closed on the right side and the left side. There's no room to the right side. Is that like a sitting area?
Yeah, it's just an open space, and
Little
there's
open.
nothing in it right now.
Weird.
It's just
So, yeah, what's-
dusty, cobwebby.
So what's that in
There's
front
some-
of the landing of the staircase?
There's
That
something-
It's
alcove.
another room.
To the left.
Okay.
I'm going to go open that.
And I'm just following you because you're just opening all these doors, and I'm just like, yeah, there's something else. Love it.
So you open the door at the top of the staircase.
Roguey rogue.
And as you open it, you're hit with a breeze. And you walk through, and there's no roof.
I mean, I guess this is the back. Like, maybe this is where the lightning hit.
So this place is a mess. It looks like it's been cleaned up a little bit, maybe by the people who have been working on the house, but there are like fallen bricks and stone everywhere. It looks like there may have been tables, and there's broken glass all over the place.
Is there a faded rectangular spot on any of the walls where the painting in on the stairwell possibly may have hung?
In this room with no ceiling, there is not.
I'm going to poke around
Mm-hmm.
and see if I can see anything cool. I'm trying to see if there's something that I can roll for that.
That would be probably a perception check.
Okay.
Let's do something else though.
Okay.
Are you trying to find stuff to take?
I'm trying to find
She's a bit sticky-fingered.
clues and if interesting items to maybe put in my pocket purse, because I think I'm wearing like a satchel.
Uh-huh.
If interesting things to put in my satchel turn up while I'm looking, I'm not taking them.
Do a skullduggery check.
Okay.
Ooh, I just love that word.
Skullduggery.
It is a great word.
Okay, that is 1 yellow and 1 green for me against.
It's going to be 2 purples with a black because this place is messy. 2 blacks because this place is trashed. And has been for probably about 30 years.
Right, however, I'm young and I have good eyes. And I like shiny things. And I steal a lot.
You have an appraiser's eye.
I have an appraiser's. I like that.
Fine.
1 or 2.
I guess 1.
Oh.
I mean, I feel like 2, but because she has 2 appraiser's eyes. I'm just throwing that out there.
Oh, boy. 2 successes and 2 failures, so that cancels out. The other black dice is blank. I have 2 advantages and 1 threat, which means that I come out to having 1 advantage. Thank you, blue dice.
Your appraiser's eye. Yeah. So, this place is pretty well trashed. Everything in here is heavily damaged from the spray from the ocean, the salt, the storms that come in the summer and in the winter.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see anything that's really worth taking. Do you have an idea for your advantage?
God, I want to see that knife. I want to see the murder weapon so badly.
It's not here.
I know, that would be a triumph, too. I don't. It sounds like you do, though.
You find a key.
I'm going to put that in my pocket.
Mm-hmm. I have no idea what it goes to.
Mm-hmm.
And it is brass, and where it was sitting, there was like a little... It wasn't like a pool, but it was like flaky paint.
What color paint?
Blue and red.
So I was...
In a shape or like just drips?
Just like...
Dribbles. Like someone
Will
spilled
get
paint.
flaked off the wall or something like that.
Oh. I look where that paint flake came from.
You don't see any blue and red paint on the walls here.
I'm gonna take those.
Okay. You know what? You try to pick them up and they just sort of crumble into dust in your hands.
Oh, okay.
I entered the room just behind Marda, and I saw her
Did you?
pick up these objects and put them in her pocket. But I don't ask any questions because Peck quickly follows behind me.
Did you, though?
Yep. Because I've been following you
Uh-huh.
this whole time.
Uh-huh.
I don't think you're trying to be sneaky to me about it. It's just me.
Yeah, this place looks like it maybe at one point was a workshop or an office or something like that, but it has been thoroughly destroyed by the years.
Oh, so it was like
and the
his
weather.
study, maybe.
Yeah.
I venture in a little bit,
Uh-huh.
seeing if there's any papers scattered about, any letters, any...
I think any papers and letters that would have been here probably would have
disintegrated.
deteriorated
Yeah.
and decomposed over the years.
I go back down the hallway. Are there any more unopened rooms?
There are 3.
Yeah, so I glance around the room, see Marda pick up whatever it is that she picked up. I'm not quite sure what it is, but I just figure I'll ask her about it later.
Very nonchalantly.
Very much. And I walked back out of the room and start heading to the right of the staircase that I entered, so further down the hall, in the opposite direction of where the library, the upper level of the library is. So I start heading down that side of the room, and I kind of just am mimicking what I've seen Marda doing, because nothing happened to her when she was just opening on all the doors and going in willy-nilly.
And I'm following.
Okay.
Okay. So I start with the first door on my left, and I open the door and push it open.
And it is the same bedroom.
What is going on here? Marda, do you see this nonsense?
I go push open the other door.
Same bedroom.
But, I have a theory. That makes it 4 bedrooms.
And there are 4 paintings of the same man on the wall.
I think there are 4 Belmins.
I was gonna get it's either quadruplets or it's a bed and breakfast.
Welcome to the Belmin Inn. You check in, you never check out.
I love this.
No, he was into some stuff like messing. Like you said, the veil was thin. I think he's messing with some stuff and bringing other hymns here from other places.
A chill runs down my spine.
I would like a perception check from Chauncey.
Okay, I can be obliged.
2 purple dice.
Look at your perception.
I know, I'm really good at
You want to flip?
I want an advantage.
This is the last roll of the game. You want to flip a point?
Yes, and I want an advantage.
For a boost. For
A boost, I mean. For making the connection for Marda and I making the connection between the paintings on the wall and
The 4 bedrooms.
the 4 bedrooms being identical. And
We gotta talk about one of these being bigger because obviously somebody
the
filmed
original.
themselves.
This one's
Well,
the same size as
I think he might. I think
2 are
he's-
big, 2 are small.
I think that he is bringing versions of himself from different points in time.
But didn't they all look the same age though?
Oh,
Did they all look the same age?
they did.
I think it's from. We don't know what different realities are.
Planes of reality. Well, no, but that might
No,
be something where
we know planes. We
Yeah.
don't know planes or dimensions.
No, there's only one world.
Well, sure, but in the creation story, there were different
I was gonna say
different levels.
We know
in the
that they're
creation story, aren't there?
No.
No, like from the. I think they're from the other place.
I don't think you know enough about the other place to think they're from the other place.
What?
No, you would, in the creation story, the various gods made various people in different corners of the universe.
So okay.
4 corners of the universe.
More than 4.
So I'm going. There are 4 hymns.
There were 7.
But there aren't 7 bedrooms. There are only 4.
Well, that we haven't opened all the doors yet.
There's only one more door in this. On
Oh,
this
okay.
floor.
So there can't be 7.
I'm gonna open the other door.
It is currently storage for probably the Reinhardt's stuff.
Is there a bed in there?
This is like the only room that looks like maybe it's finished. Like the construction workers worked on this one. and it's done.
Oh, okay.
2 bigger ones, 2 smaller ones.
4 portraits, 4 bedrooms. So I'm still going back.
One
to
of the
4.
portraits has some water damage on it. as though it wasn't always hanging in that hall.
Is it...
Magic is a thing.
Wasn't one of the...
Yes.
Didn't one of the rooms
He's
not have
cloning
a
himself.
roof?
That's what I was thinking maybe too.
That's a different... That's not one of the bedrooms, though.
Oh, it's not one of the bedrooms?
No, it's
Okay.
the office.
It's the office.
I think he's cloning himself. He's creating
duplicating himself with
more
magic.
of himself with magic somehow.
It doesn't sound like a magic that you would have heard of.
Nor did
Because it
Raising
would
the
be
Dead
very,
have
very
memories.
difficult.
Well, how? Well,
Right, of
so
course.
but we wouldn't know enough about magic to know its limitations.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm trying to think.
It's commonplace. Everybody knows about magic.
Well, sure, but
Your mom taught you magic.
okay, that's fine. But like, I feel like we're young enough to not think that that everything's impossible,
Yeah.
right? I don't know. I just feel like
He's interested in forbidden things.
Peck still thinks they're quadruplets.
So
or a
he's,
bed and breakfast.
he's doing something
Who
with
ran a bed and breakfast.
right. He's doing something with forbidden things. He's learning
Clearly.
about the creation mythology. He's creating himself. Like, I don't think that is a far leap for Marda to go.
Is there some kind of strange because
I think he killed himself.
no, but because
Like, one of them killed
one of,
the other.
yes, but because it's so thin here between
Do you think?
dimensions, is it possible that there's something that happens like when he died? This is so bizarre, and I'm truly just like, this is Mary Frances verbally processing,
Like-
brainstorming. Could
like-
it be possible that when he dies, is there some kind of separation that starts to happen that he's catching, and it's creating a duplicate of like his soul that he just needs to find a body to put his soul into to like reanimate? I don't know. I don't know.
I mean,
Maybe I'm making things very complicated.
I am sure that there is some super easy answer.
I know.
And
Peck
Mark's
starts
like,
waving her sword
what
at empty air in
are
front
you
of her.
doing?
Just, like, just in case.
I just feel like the whole area of this house being a thin spot, it means something. He's been doing something.
Yeah.
Somehow, either if it's cloning or bringing himself back to life, somehow it's made the area thin. Go ahead.
Is there still another wing of the house we haven't looked at?
No. Just,
Okay.
just the downstairs in the same spot you are now.
So we're just right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let's go downstairs. So.
Wait.
Oh, sorry.
I
go
gotta
ahead.
roll.
You could have rolled that 10 minutes ago and ended the session.
But I liked the brainstorming session. Wait, what am I rolling for? Perception.
Uh-huh.
For just perception. Okay. Oh, well. Thanks, Boost.
Oh, but there was a triumph.
Yeah, there is. I got 1 triumph and 1 success.
Okay. Can I...
Excuse me, 1 triumph and 1 advantage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and the triumph is a success.
Right.
Can I spend your triumph?
You may.
Okay. So, in these 4 rooms, you're now realizing, as you enter this 4th one, on the outside wall of each room, there was, in fact, a non-faded spot. Like, all of the wallpaper around it was faded. And in 3 of those 4 rooms, it was just wall. In this last room that you entered, on the southeast side of the building, the wall there is brick. And it looks like there's some, like, rain seepage.
So the wall connected to the roofless room is brick?
No.
No, this is
The outer
third.
wall.
The outside wall.
The outside
the
wall to the
southern
building.
wall.
It's the master bedroom,
Uh-huh.
not the one that has the Reinhardt stuff, the one across from the Reinhardt stuff.
Yes.
Okay. That has a brick wall.
Mhm.
Where there
It's the
has
only
been
one
some
with a brick
water
wall.
seepage damage.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So that tells me that the painting
Mhm.
that has the water damage came from that room. Who moved them? Okay, do I need to Chauncey say all of this to Marda and Peck?
Maybe. You noticed it.
Okay.
You're the noticer.
Marda, Peck, when I was coming up the stairs, on the wall there were 4 portraits of the same, well, what I thought was the same person, and on the wall in front of each of these rooms, don't you see there's a rectangle where clearly a portrait the same size must have hung? And look at that brick wall, there's water damage, and one of the paintings had damage to the wood of the frame in the upper upper left-hand corner.
Are you in the room?
Well, no, because they're
Probably
in the hall.
doorway. We're in the
yeah,
hall.
I'd be in the doorway and pointing at all of the things that I'm seeing. Now, don't you think it's a bit odd that clearly those paintings hung on these walls for a very long time, long enough to make all the rest of the wallpaper fade around them. Who would move them to the stairwell, and why? And why are there 4 of them, and what is going on here?
Maybe we need to put the painting back. Put them back in the right rooms. Is there anything different about them other than that?
No.
Ugh.
Same background, same clothes, same
Like windows
everything?
or no windows?
Slightly different expression.
Okay. Well, we at least know that the one with water damage belongs here.
So the brick wall is not an exterior wall.
It is an exterior wall.
Oh, it is an exterior wall. Okay.
This is where our home improvement comes into play.
I know, I kept thinking of
Obviously,
that
there's some
Edgar
roof
Allan
leakage.
Poe short story about the guy who walls his victim up, like brick by brick.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
But if it's an exterior wall.
That was a good thought. Dark. I like it.
I thought it was hiding a secret room. I didn't think it was a dead body, but I like the dead body.
I mean, a secret.
I was like, no,
a
it's
secret
gonna be like
room
the other
holding
3.
a dead body.
right? There we
I mean,
go.
yeah. Okay.
So I'm gonna flip a dark story point.
Mm-hmm.
The 3 of you are in the hall discussing this, and also since you succeeded on your perception check, Chauncey feels a light breeze on her ankles and hears the whispered words.
Thanks for listening to this episode of The Other Place.
The Other Place is a production of Nightcast Creative. For more information on this and our other shows, visit nightcastcreative.com.
For updates on future episodes and bonus content, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at OtherplacePod.
Looking to support the show? Leave us a review on your favorite podcatcher, or visit us at patreon.com/Coruscant Nights.